all-in vision plan is essentially the first vision and strategic plan we have for this community. It's our North Star guiding all of our work collectively. It involved many stakeholders across the community, and it's a plan. It's a plan of action and a dynamic plan for making this really the best place to live, work, and learn.
So throughout the vision process, we recognized that there was a way that we wanted to do this work that felt and looked different. We know we need representative leadership. It's incredibly important that we have all voices at the table and an opportunity for leadership throughout our community. We know we need a growth mindset to be able to think beyond today and create the future for the next several generations. Being able to leverage the assets from different parts of our community, different organizations, to be able to put assets together differently, to be able to advance and solve big problems. It really is about solving problems, about thinking big and working together.
The floods of '93 and 2008 caused us to turn our backs on the Iowa River. That is about to change. 12 miles from the Coralville Reservoir Dam to the south edge of Iowa City, while healthily maintained, were largely ignored. A community that loves outdoor recreation, as evidenced by the hundreds of miles of trails in Johnson County, has not embraced the beauty of the winding river that cuts through its own heart. The Iowa River will become a transformational gathering spot for residents and visitors alike. They'll get to experience the river directly through canoe, kayak, paddleboard, and paddleboat rentals. Participate in the river's care and maintenance through volunteer and civic efforts, and enjoy the river as a setting for dynamic community events like riverfront art, music, and cultural gatherings. The BT 2030 vision work will deepen partnerships between the University of Iowa and regional stakeholders to develop and execute sustainable environmental practices in clean and renewable energy.
We believe that good neighbors build great neighborhoods, and great neighborhoods make for a more connected and resilient community. We have to move beyond this idea that you have to come to the rec center, or you have to come to the library, or you have to come to city council meetings to engage with your city. Now, over the past couple of years, we've really focused on bringing rec programming into the parks. We've focused on bringing the summer reading program into the neighborhoods. We focus on making sure we have elected officials at events where people can run into them and interact with them. We have events like a playground crawl. We're highlighting existing amenities, but we're building these connections between these neighborhoods and having people explore them. Your neighborhood can be beyond a couple blocks in a town. It can be the whole town if you just shift your perspective. Inviting everyone to the table and really listening and investing in the time of what people want to do. It's not one meeting and you're done. I mean, this is a long game. You're getting to know the people that are really outgoing and coming up to you, and then you're also, really building the relationships with folks that aren't calling the city normally.
A well-connected mobile region is so important because we know that people in Iowa City, Coralville, North Liberty, and all the towns in Johnson County live, work, and play everywhere. You don't just stay in the place where your bed is at night. You don't just stay where your office is. And so we have to be able to move people and information effectively from place to place. People need to be connected by transportation in a lot of different modes. We want people to be able to walk, bike, take the bus, maybe take a train, as well as rely on their cars, but hopefully less and less. Increasing mobility between our communities will help with equity and access for everyone. Because if everybody has the chance to get from place to place and to share information quickly and freely, we know that will lift everyone up.
Anything that you're doing that's going to affect everyone really needs to include everyone, and not just at the end or in the middle, but from the very beginning, so that you can get all these different perspectives, but you can also start building relationships that you're going to need once plans get made to actually do action with the folks that are included. Inclusive economic development to me means bringing folks together in safe spaces that we can replicate over and over. And I think what's really special about the South District SMID is that it was dreamed up and it was spearheaded by the residents and the neighborhood. that wanted and believed they need a thriving business district, a cohesive, inclusive, representative business district to have the neighborhood be resilient and sustainable.
When we think about the work that we did collectively during the pandemic, one of the amazing things that happened was we all came together with this mindset of saying yes. And it really allowed us to see partnerships, cross collaborations, and how we could maybe imagine delivering services in a new way. And so the possibilities of how we design the future based on that feedback is really exciting. One of the things about the Better Together 2030 work that I'm so excited about is this idea that if we use data and we use the information that we know about the needs of Johnson County, what is possible for the future? If we were all pointing at the same North Star to provide funding and support and research and learning and collaboration together, could we really make an impact, really what I call transformational change in that area?
As we came out of 2020, how do we get all this great collaboration going on? How do we continue that? How do we take a common crisis that bound us to having a common vision that binds us and continues that collaborative work moving forward? So then came Better Together 2030.
We need to have radical candor, have difficult conversations so that we can get all of the issues out onto the table and we can start addressing them from a variety of different perspectives. There is no easy solution to any one of our problems, but it takes very complex and collaborative conversations to get to the solutions that are really the best.
So economic development has really changed over the last 5 to 10 years, and we need to adapt our strategies to solve for that. And what used to happen is we'd work to attract large business to come here so that the people would follow. And now we need to attract the people who bring new ideas, that create businesses, and then businesses want to be where the people are living. So it's really kind of reversed, and community development has become such a cornerstone of our work. And that is something we need to do with all of our partners, with all of our community leaders. It's really an all hands on deck effort to develop the type of community where people want to be, businesses want to be, and everyone can thrive.